Divers are back in the waters of the icy Potomac River today, trying to recover the remaining victims of Wednesday night's horrific plane and helicopter collision in Washington, D.C.
The investigation now turns to whether the control tower at Reagan National Airport was staffed appropriately and whether the altitude of that military helicopter contributed to the crash. NBC's Alice Barr has more.
Another somber day here at Reagan National Airport, where the investigation is ramping up into that tragic mid-air collision. Search crews have committed to recovering all 64 victims from the American Airlines regional passenger jet and all 3 from the U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. They have recovered some critical evidence, including the black box data and audio recorders from the passenger plane. And sources tell NBC News it is a priority to recover the data recorder from the Black Hawk helicopter, in part because that can give exact information on how high the helicopter was flying and whether it was above its designated altitude. NBC News has also confirmed through sources that there is an FAA preliminary report that notes that air traffic controller staffing was not normal during the time of the crash. Normally there is an air traffic controller handling helicopters and another for planes, and apparently at this time those 2 roles had been combined to 1. That is something that happens and is considered acceptable under FAA safety guidelines. We're also getting a new look, new angles at the crash through some video that was first aired on CNN, and it's all part of the clues that investigators are working so hard to pull together to give answers to these devastated families as we're learning more about who these victims were, the terrible hit to the U.S. figure skating community, young, talented athletes, their families, their parents, their coaches returning from that premier training camp in Wichita. It's all just compounding the tragedy, the necessity of answers, and of making sure nothing like this ever happens again. Reporting from Reagan National Airport, Alice Barr, NBC News.